Greetings everyone and welcome back. This is Marco and today we're taking a look at the third-party Canon FD alternative, the Sicor 80-200 f4.5. I stumbled upon this lens this summer and I bought it to use it on my Canon FDB. Turns out the light meter in the Canon FDB doesn't work properly, so never used them together. But that gave me time to use the lens on its own on my digital bodies a little bit more and become more comfortable with it, knowing a little bit better the lens. The first few times that I used this lens, I didn't really like it. Actually, I kinda hated it. It was just another big, clunky zoom with poor quality optics. But the more I used it, the more I understood the lens. Long story short, for me, this is not a photography lens. And yes, it's a photography lens, but it performs much better when shooting videos. Even if it doesn't really make sense, it feels like the lens can't really resolve the image on a 24 megapixel sensor like the one that I have on my cameras. But when shooting videos with way less megapixels to work with, it suddenly becomes more. It comes to life again. And once I've come to realize that, well, at least I stopped hating the lens. I can't say I love it, you all know I don't like big vintage zooms, but you know, I appreciate more the lens now. And once more, this supports the theory and practice that you got to know your gear, you got to play and use your lenses, your cameras for a time, maybe a couple weeks, maybe a couple months. And again, you know that I usually take a month to 6 months to review a lens because I want to know it really, really well. And now I know this lens well, and I can say it's mediocre, but you know, not terrible. Build quality wise, it's really good, it's really solid, well made, everything works perfectly and smoothly, it's in great conditions, and it does not feel like a third-party lens. It feels like a Canon FD lens or, well, any other major brand. The weakness of this lens are the optical elements. They're, again, not really good. It's not really a sharp lens, chromatic aberration is present and all of that. It's kind of glowy and blooming wide open, but if you stop it down to f8, well, that's the sweet spot. It really becomes usable. I can say it becomes great, but it becomes really usable. Right, I think I've already talked too much, so let me show you some samples that I shot with this lens in the last couple months. So, who is this lens for? Should you buy this lens? Well, only you can tell. I like it for videos, but I don't like it for photography. I like how it handles, it's not too big, it's not too heavy, it's smooth, but it's still bigger than I like. So for me, it's a 50-50. It's not the first lens I would grab for anything, but I see myself using it from time to time, maybe in nature or going for a walk, or as you saw in the intro, to shoot some video in the cities and in places where I want to be a little bit farther away from my subject. And as I already said time and time again, feel free to experiment, to buy lenses that are not the name brands, that are not famous, and have fun. Maybe it's a hidden gem, maybe it's trash, but usually these lenses are really cheap, so you can try them. If you like them, keep them. If you don't, just sell them. And again, have fun. There we go, that's it. As always, let me know in the comments what you think about. Let me know if you have ever used one of these lenses, if you ever heard about one of these lenses, this brand, because I still know nothing about it. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and all the usual stuff, and yada yada yada. YouTube, thank you for watching. See you next time.